My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people want to make friends? I'm just trying to make you some money. My job is not just to entertain, but to explain, so call me at 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me at Jim Cramer. Every now and then, we want to make money in the worst way. And when I say the worst way, I mean the dumbest way. We wind up talking endlessly about the Fed and interest rates or the president's trade policy, whether it's punitive tariffs, reciprocal tariffs. Oh, man, come on. Today we heard the results of the Fed's latest open market committee meeting, and we did the same darn thing. In a non-surprise announcement, Fed kept rates unchanged. They did nothing. And the stock market loved it. Dow gaining 383 points, S&P jumping 1.08%, NASDAQ pulled only 1.4%. Then we spent a sizable chunk of time trying to parse the words of Fed Chief Jay Powell in his post-decision press conference. Powell sounded fairly sanguine, talking about a robust economy with some inflation, still too much to cut rates, but headed in the right direction. It's not quite as strong as we'd like. I guess no news is good news. The papers all covered it much too negatively. They don't know what they're doing. He also discussed the Fed's decision not to sell as many bonds from its gigantic portfolio. Hey, more good news. Fed owns a mountain of bonds. When they sell, it can overwhelm the market. And when you've got too many bonds to sell, you end up with higher long-term interest rates, which is the last thing we need right now. Now, I got the sense that Powell's not on the verge of cutting short-term interest rates at all. Even as he talked about a possible slowdown in consumer spending. That's okay. Even if Wall Street would be thrilled to see another rate cut, we don't care. Put it all together, though, and everything was solid. More important, it was totally predictable. But I'm going to tell you what's negative. The Fed spotlight had the effect of keeping our focus on Washington again and not on making money-making ideas. And it always does that. When you're focused on Jay Powell and his Federal Reserve compadres, you can be a pretty good trader. Robinhood started to offer betting on events. Maybe you should be betting directly on the Fed's next move rather than speculating on federal funds, or, the rates, or their impact on stocks. However, when you're only looking at the Fed, it means you're focused on the jockey, not the horse. That's a problem because it's the horse that crosses the finish line. Look behind me. This is the horse. This is what you can invest in long term if you're trying to make big money, right here. Yep, you know what you're looking at? You're looking at the house that NVIDIA built, the house where NVIDIA hosts its annual GTC event. It's that's the GPU technology conference for short. As I see it, it's the house you need to watch if you care about long-term wealth creation, which as far as I'm concerned is what we should be, because NVIDIA is the engine behind some of the greatest wealth creation in history, right here, right here. Sure, the stock's low right now, no kidding, but I think it's ready to get its group back. That's my feeling after speaking to Jensen Huang, the co-founder, president, and CEO of NVIDIA. He'll be on the show later. Big interview. I bet he'll get you thinking about all the wonders that his company creates and how they can potentially make you a lot of money, which is the substance of the damn show. Look, I'm not denying the importance of the Federal Reserve. The Fed means it's very important, okay? It means a great deal to the market. It can hurt us if Jay Powell says that inflation is not under control, or that President Trump's tariffs could result in much higher prices, forcing him to raise interest rates, or at least taking the possibility of rate cuts off the table. That'd be bad. Didn't happen today. Clear positive. But there's more to this market than the day-to-day action, which is why I want to focus on the bigger long-term themes for you. Longer-lasting stories like that this one's going to last through the whole interest cycle. It's not going to. You can cut, raise, it doesn't matter. Look at this. This is what it's about. Artificial intelligence is absolutely one of these long-term themes I keep telling you about. Even if it's cooled down as an investment theme over the past couple of months, and I think that's wrong. After hearing from Jensen today, I think you're going to see it's temporary. See, NVIDIA facilitates the part of AI that I believe will take over America and the world. They're transforming the economy from one that's run by people into one where people manage machines, because we have a long-standing labor shortage in this country. The robots, they can do dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs that you and I don't want to do. It's a multi-trillion-dollar wave that can't be stopped by the Fed or even the tariffs. Why? Because AI is going to change the world, and if you stand in its way, you're nothing but a candle in the wind. Oh, I won't deny it. I needed a gut check. I needed to come out here. This stock's been stalled. You and I know that. Faltering. I wanted to make sure that I hadn't been too glib about NVIDIA's AI revolution. But after coming to this conference and speaking with Jensen, my ardor for NVIDIA has only increased. I think the recent decline has finally burned enough of the Sunshine Soldiers shareholders, the momentum chasers who never knew what the company does in the first place, the ones who bought it through zero-day options or ridiculous ETFs, like it's a meme stock or something. We needed these investors to get blown out. And that's exactly what happened, and now NVIDIA can mount its next rally. At this point, I think I got my wish. Whether it be life-saving robots or convenient robots that can put dishes in the dishwasher and save your marriage, or autonomous vehicles that are much safer than a human being behind the wheel, artificial intelligence has created so many different opportunities. These are all game changers. They transcend the Fed's next move or the president's trade wars. So here's the bottom line. It's time to sit back and learn about artificial intelligence, people. In the grand scheme of things, I think NVIDIA's AI revolution is a lot more important than whether or not the Fed gives us another quarter-point rate cut. Rate cuts are temporary. What NVIDIA's doing is forever. Let's take calls. Let's go to Sangeev in California. Sangeev.
Jim, welcome to the Bay Area.
Why, thank you.
I watch Squawk, Mad Money, and I'm a club member, and I want to thank you and your team for all that you do.
Man, you're the best. How can I help?
I learned from you. In the 80s, on Monday Night Football, during the commercials, once a game, there was a quiz clip called You Make the Call, where they showed a football play, and you guessed what the right call should have been. After a commercial, they would come back to reveal what the ref's call actually was. Jim, I'm now asking you to make the call on the company that presented these football quiz clips. What are your thoughts on IBM?
No, IBM is a winner. You know what? I have not focused on it nearly enough. It is a pure buy. And I just think right down here, I mean, it's up 5. That doesn't matter. It's going higher, maybe to 300. Oh, no. That's it? All right, I just don't think a quarter-point Fed rate cut or a hold or whatever you want to call it is all that much in the NVIDIA scheme of things. And that's because, you know what I want to do? I want to make you money. Hey, man, tonight, I sat down with NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang from the company's this DTC conference, yes, all about GPUs and artificial intelligence, from robotics to the cloud. You do not want to miss this multi-part exclusive. Then I'm revealing my takeaways after my day with the AI powerhouse and telling you where I stand on the stock at these levels. And, of course, all your calls rapid fire in tonight's edition of the Lightning Round. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.